everybody, this is Rhys Barber from Audiology Associates. Thanks very much for watching that earwax removal compilation video today. This first patient was lovely. They really been struggling with this ear for a long time. They were actually a carer for a family relative, so found it really difficult to get basically get any time to sort this out at any point. But they were feeling so blocked up, and this has been going on for months, and they've just been putting up with it and putting up with it. So they came through the clinic today. You can see this ear canal, the wax looks pretty solid, and this ear canal was full front to back. So I'm surprised this patient could hear anything at all through this one ear. But we're just taking this away now. You can see a nice big chunky bit of wax come away there with the Jobson horn. So I was thinking that's probably brought most of it out with it. But when we take a look behind, we can see there's still a heck of a lot more in here. So we're just going to take away this leading edge on the one side here. That's going to allow us to get in a little bit further with the endoscope, and we can see exactly what is going on. So we're just taking that section away. There's a little bit of dry skin mixed in with it, wax mixed in with it as well. Let's take a look behind that. You can see we're still going in here. We've got this kind of husk around the outside edge. There's much drier material. Because this wax has been lingering around in here for such a long time, you end up with these really hard pieces around the outside edge. And we talk about armadillo wax. This is more like a rhino. This thing was like solid all the way through. It was just really tough old stuff, and we're just lifting. I'm using a combination of tools here. Jobson horn's great for taking that central section. Because it was so full, we need to get that central bit out. The reason suction wasn't working to pull the whole plug out at the beginning is because it would have been holding onto the ear canal wall so tightly all the way around and all the way down that suction hasn't got enough power to bring that out. So we take away that central section with the Jobson horn first, go back in there. Now we've got this cavity in the middle, and start folding this wax over and over and over. So just kind of bring it in, and then we get this this last little bit. Well, I say last little bit. It's not this next bit, I should say. We're far from the last bit away, and start drawing this down the canal here. But this lady she was so grateful. She kept thanking me every kind of couple of minutes to when we were taking this out, bless her. But she did so well because this ear canal was so full. You can see now we've got this much darker, thicker type wax here further in. So I'm just going to start peeling this off the canal wall. So there we go. It's all starting to come away. There we are. Look to see. Can you see how thick that external part of the wax is? It's kind of, as it's pulling down the canal, you can see it all drawing away. A lot of olive oil gone in here now because I've hit this really tough. Now this wax, goodness knows how long this piece of wax has been in here. It's so tough. It doesn't want to come away easily. There we go, out that comes. Perfect, and we'll take a look behind that now. We've just trying to break bits off the surface of this wax. Now, what I normally do with a patient when we're sort of at this stage, one of the side effects of suction, or one of the side effects of any wax removal, not just suction, is sometimes patients can feel a little bit giddy. It's called the caloric effect, and that's to do with temperature in the ear canal. Now, when I've got a patient with like a really blocked up plug sitting really deep in the ear canal, I normally, before I start tackling that plug, I'd normally warn the patient of a couple of things. That all the air behind that's got really warm and nice and brought up to body temperature, and it's been trapped in there behind that bit of wax. Well, as soon as I break the seal of that wax, all the cold air is going to rush in and it's going to drop the temperature very quickly, which makes you feel like you've had one too many, and the room is kind of doing this a little bit. So what I normally say to patients is, look, if you experience that, just let me know. We'll stop what we're doing, take everything out of the ear just for a minute or two. That will, allow the temperature to equalize again, and you'll feel right as rain in a minute or so. I also warn them if it's uncomfortable at any point, because don't forget, this is ultra sensitive, this particular part of the ear, and when you get wax like this, it's just squished down in there through no fault of the patient. No Q-tips were harmed in the making of this video. The patient hadn't been using Q-tips. This is just sheer time, and we see this a lot when people are looking after other relatives and things like that. You don't have a lot of time to spend on yourself to get things done because you're so focused on what looking after somebody else. It's a tough old time when you're a carer. So we're just going to take this down the canal. We're rolling it, and now it's got stuck. So if we bring in the Jobson horn here, There we go, over the top. I feel like we haven't really seen the Jobson hole much in this last couple. I've been voicing over about 5 videos back to back now. I don't think we've really seen much of the Jobson hole in this last couple of videos. So we're just taking this away. Oh, you can see, as we started to bring around, it got wedged in that outer part of the ear canal, and then the Jobson hole pulls straight through the middle. So draw all that sticky wax out. Whoops, we're all over the place. We crashed it at the side of the ear canal wall. So let's take this one out. There we go. Look how dark that is. That is just so dark. That is very, very old wax. By this point, oh my goodness, this lovely, I really did feel for her. This lovely lady got really upset because they could finally hear in such a long time. And you know, it is such an emotional thing when suddenly what you've normalized for a long period, oh sorry, eardrum looks fab, but suddenly when you've normalized for such a long time is gone, and you can hear so much, oh my God, I really felt for her. This lady was so lovely. So 3.5 centimeters, 1 3/8 of an inch there. But look at it, there's loads in there, bless. I was surprised that lady could hear a thing. It was so blocked up in there. Right, we're on to our second patient now. Lovely. That was just such a oh, it's really, when you get ones like that, it's really lovely to do when you can make such a difference to somebody. And sometimes, you know, I never try to take our patients for granted and what we do for granted, because it is such a lovely thing for a lot of people. But sometimes it really just, you get one patient that just gets to you, it really does. And that patient really got to me, bless her. Right, okay, so yeah, this particular patient here, the second patient in the compilation, very dry type of wax here. We're just managing to get this out. It's all breaking away really, really well. And we've got that little dry sections coming down next. So we're just giving this a little bit of a wiggle. Let's see if we can work this down the canal now. There we go. Out that comes. It's all coming away. It's coming away in installments. I don't mind as long as it's coming away. It can come away back to front if it wants to, but as long as it comes out the ear canal, I really don't mind. So it's coming down really, really well here. Let's give this a little bit of a wiggle. There we go. Out that comes. You can see it's leaving little bits behind. So what we're doing with this, every time we're bringing a piece of wax out, is bringing the next section down, but it's a little bit on the brittle side. So as it's coming out, we've got to bend around the outside part of the ear canal to get it past the sort of tragus there. So as we're pulling this out, we kind of bend it around. It's just snapping off in pieces there. But as long as it's bringing the next section down, which it does there, you'll see the turn out to do then to bring it out to the canal. There we go. Let's take a look behind that little bit of dry skin there. I can see the eardrum just below it though. So let's take that little piece away there. And there's the eardrum looking shiny, looking very, very healthy there. And let's take a look at the other ear. A very, very similar story on this one as well, actually. So let's start removing this. We can get a good grip on this outside edge piece. That looks really loose. Is that skin? Yeah, that looks like a piece of skin to me, like a kind of flap of dry skin. There we go. Yep, a bit like a cornflake, that one. That's come away really nicely. Let's take a look behind that one. And there's that, you can see that darker material just kind of lurking around just inside the ear canal. So it looks like that's pretty wide. I think we've got a gap at the top, so we may be able to lift. Yeah, there you go. So as soon as we lift it was just enough of an angle to detach enough of the sticky wax here. Oh, is it going to come out? It's kind of, oh, it's thinking about it. There we go. Out that comes. Very, very dark again, that piece. Oh, another piece behind it. Let's get rid of that as well. Give this a bit more of a wiggle. Is it going to come? Oh, it got a little bit stuck. I think I just shifted position there to make it a little bit easier for me to see. There we are. Let's drop that section down. Let's get that bit out of the ear canal next. Brilliant. Oh, it's just pulled the next section and just snapped off. So quite, you can see how brittle this piece of wax is. Out that comes. Let's take a look behind that. Lovely looking eardrum there. There's that little sneaky bit there, like on the left-hand side. You spot that on the way in, so let's get rid of that. Bye-bye, Mr. Wax. There you go. So that bit's gone. So looking nice and healthy in that one as well. Good shiny eardrum there as well. So this is what I removed between both ears. 1.5 inches, 3.5 centimeters. There's some big ones in these compilations the last couple of days. So yeah, a fair old amount of wax come out there from both sides. Oh, guys, that was a good one. I really enjoyed doing that one. As always, guys, take care of yourselves, take care of your ears, and take care of one another. And I shall see you again real soon. Bye, everyone.